Tonight's greatness in barbecue entertainment is partnered with the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, The Barbecue Store, Chupacabra Throwdown, Team Cosmos Q Products, Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics, We Branded Promotion, Texas Oil Dub, Team Rectel, Texas Original Charcoal Company, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Pinkerton Pit Barbecue, Mr. King Sharpening Services, Smoke and Magic, the All Fired Up Cook-Off, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Half Fast Cooker, and the Chopping Block, Webster and Victoria.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
Hey, we got any more beer in here? All right, I'm sorry. I won't talk again. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, Bobby.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that?
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
Hi, my name's Reagan Brazier of La Pasadena. You're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. Are y'all high? Because I am. Enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Josh Hill, Sure Shot Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show, the Corn Dog King.
It's a what?
So smoking gooder show.
It is a So Smoking Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smoker Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smoking Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smoking Gooder Show.
Are you ready to
3,
turn up the
2,
heat?
1. Let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smoking Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guest, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smoking Gooder Show starts now.
All right, what is up, everybody, and happy So Smoking Gooder Show Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is, a little after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. and we're ready to have a fun show for you tonight. We've got Mr. Tim Scheer. He is the man behind a lot of products that you know, Blues Hog for one. He is also behind Gateway Drum Smoker. He competes under the team name Shake and Bake. We're going to have Mr. Tim Scheer on here in just a moment, but before we get to any and all of that, I got to give some shout outs to the Gooder Gang. I'll do that in just a second, but I do want to give some special shout outs to our sponsors for this season. We got the Chop and Block. I know I just did it in the rundown, but we got the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. We have an updated logo for that. Texas Oil Dust, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Texas Original Charcoal, the All Fired Up Cook-Off, Pinkerton's Pit Barbecue, Cosmos Q Products, Smoking Magic. I see Brad in the comments tonight. What's up, Bradley? We've got the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service. I'm not sure if he's in yet. The Barbecue Store in Hempstead, my cook-off crew for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. We got the Half-Fast Cookers. We got Laredo Roofing Solutions, and we got Miss Julie Stanley out in Hempstead with We Brand It Promotions. Thank you very much to our sponsors. We're still going all the way through June, and a lot of y'all have reached back up to re-up, and I do appreciate that. And we've had some wonderful response from some new sponsors coming up, and I'm excited to open that news when we get to it. But I just want to tell you, thank you guys for reaching out to me. It's been overwhelming. I appreciate you guys for watching the show, supporting the show, being a part of the show. It means a lot. We're going into year number 8 of doing this thing. It's the longest one besides one out there, and I appreciate you guys for supporting it. It means a lot to me. This is my little baby here on this show, and the fact that you guys still come on each and every week on a Wednesday and watch this truly means a lot to me. So thank you very much. If you guys are sharing and doing all that, you guys are the real heroes out there. Like tonight, hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. If you're not already subscribe to YouTube. We appreciate that. All right. There's still time. If you guys want to get in for this year, 25, 26 sponsorships, spots are open. Reach out to me, Rob at bullhornbbq.com. That's my email, Rob at bullhornbbq.com. You can also reach me on Facebook, or if you know my number, hit me up. We'd appreciate it. All right, that's a little bit of housekeeping right there. Let's give some shout outs to the Gooder Gang, the people that I just mentioned. We got the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, Johnny Maggs first in. I love it. We got ZZ Top Fan. What is up? Evening all. Daddy Dutch in the house. What is up, Daddy Dutch? Mr. Keen, he is in. Howdy, Gooder Gang. What is up? How are you? Triple Threat Vets Podcast. That is producer Ty in the house. The Dude Barbecue. What's up, Gooder Gang? Recovering from surgery earlier today. Glad I can still check in. Whoa. Hope nothing serious. We need them TikToks, my man. They're good. Teresa, that's redheaded cookers. Hey, gang, hope everybody's doing well. Nicho Arredondo, what is up, my man? How are you? Chase Vincent, what is going on, my man? Yeah, I'm excited for tonight. Texas Barbecue Bash. What's up, Gooders? Blues Hog Products will have you walking last. Absolutely. Jared McCrory, evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well, Jared. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Corby Simpkins, what is up? Hope mom's still fighting, brother. Thank you very much. Let's see. Twisted D is little Twisty in the house tonight, too. What's up, Gooder Gang? I'm not saying that. Eddie's watching. Eddie's here. Brandon Perriman, sup, Gooder Gang. Bobby Delgado with a big grand champion. He went over to KCBS and beat Brad over there in Rio Doso, New Mexico. Congrats, Bobby, with Cuatro D Drum Smokers. Candy Free Baines, what is going on? Guys, if you, that's Miss Baines. She's from the Tomball VFW. They've got a big doubleheader coming up. Well, they got an event this weekend, Mother's Day cook-off, I believe. But next weekend, we got a big doubleheader CBA event. If you're not signed up for it and you're thinking about a doubleheader, both or state championships, sign up tonight. We need you guys to register for that event. We'd love to see you out there. Again, double state championships, doubleheader, Saturday, Sunday. Let's do it. Steve, what's up? Hey, Gooder Gang, let's go. Larry Vaughn, afternoon from North Jersey. All right, you're traveling. Surge in the house. What's up, Gooder Gang? Hashtag Bullhorn Worldwide. Bradley in the house. I just told you that's Smoking Magic right there. Shank and Shig. What's up, Shank and Shig? And that's a new name. Thanks for watching. Little Twisty is in the house. There he is. Where is Eddie? He's coming. He's coming. Smoking and toasting with another GC. Toasty just racking them up down there. Craig Bailey, what's going on? Matthew Walt, Bobby Stewart in the house. What's up, big barbecue box handlers? Rusty Smokers, another one. Chopping Blocks, hey, boo. What's up, John? How are you, my man? Shaler Choppa, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? And Shane Leclerc checking in from down under. Fireball Lacey about to ride a kangaroo. What is it? Video or it didn't happen? Pics or it didn't happen? All right, well, we're waiting on our guest to get in here. Let's get the co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. What is up, my man?
What up?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
An
How you
American
doing?
Royal shirt. I like it.
Oh yeah.
I understand registration is due open any moment now, my man. You going again this year?
Oh fuck yeah.
All right. Yes.
I don't think I'm ever not going unless I don't fucking make it.
Oh, I got you. That's not gonna happen no more. You always gonna qualify. That's what you're talking about. Qualifying for the Invitational. You had a good weekend this weekend, bro. You went down to Somerset. Talk about that.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but could have been better. I don't know. It's been.
I did get a message that somebody had one call in RGC.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, that's cool. We like seeing that, right? You know.
Yeah.
That's consistent all the way around.
Yeah, it was like 0.04 fucking points. Same old shit. Motherfucker.
Was that a buckle? Was that a buckle?
It was a buckle.
Damn.
Yeah.
Buckles are cool.
Yeah, fucking pork didn't get in there. So I mean, it was all right though. I mean, I had a 3 out of 4 walks. I mean, 2 10s, but I'll take it. It was like 10 10 11 10 11 10 6. So
all right. Shane says that happened to him in Humble. David didn't win. He's all right. He's officially cold now. He had two back to back, and I'm not sure what he did. I'm just kidding. Collins in the comment. He said, "Sorry, not sorry." Little Twisty's asking for you, man.
Yeah, right here. Come on.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to kill some boxes as well.
I can't say what I want to say about her dad right now. You know, so
he put a comment in there.
He knows how. Yeah, I know. Lucky your daughter's watching, bro.
So Eddie, we got Tim on here. He's I think he's having some technical difficulties. He'll be on in just a second. But you use a lot of Blues Hog product. What do you know about? What can you say about Blues Hog before we get the man behind Blues Hog right there?
And it's on all my meats. It's on all 4 of my meats. Multiple of them are on all my meats, and man, like they say, first place is using Blues Hog, last place is using Blues Hog. I mean, it's everywhere, you know. And man, I don't care what people say. Everybody is using it, blah blah blah. I'm like, the motherfucker's winning, so I'm gonna keep on using it.
Yeah. Somebody said that a judge said if it doesn't taste like Blues Hog, they're scoring it down. That's a KCBS judge, by the way. Yeah. I hope that's not true, but
it's just fucking good though. Like,
no, it is. You know, I'm trying to think. It is on all my meats as well. Yes, it is on all my meats.
I posted a video of me squaring the whole fucking bottle on my brisket just earlier today. So
did you post it?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
On the gram.
At
the Pit Father. That's where you can find you. How's that going, man? I know you have a big push. I know everyone's food is tasting.
I forget to fucking post. That's my biggest problem. So, but other than that, that's cool. It's going.
Well, good. It is. That's. I see you posting. You're posting quite a bit though. It feels like once a week, maybe.
I try it once a week, but sometimes it's.
Like before we get Tim on, I think he's getting settled in. But before we get Tim on, you just went and did traveled to some ranch again. You did this the second year you done that. What is that all about?
No, I haven't gone back. No.
Oh, that was just an old.
That was yeah. No, that was the old one. Or not an old one. That wasn't at a ranch. That was at a house. It was like a little private party we cooked for a little private event. But the ranch one, yeah, it's for a edible magazine.
Okay, that's right.
So it's a edible Rio Grande Valley. That's the one we did, and we'll probably be back for it next or this year also. It's in November.
Brandon says Blues Hog's a big part of his not problem, his program, his program. Wrong choice of words there. Well, cool. All right, I think we got Tim ready to go. He is, like I said, the man behind Shake and Bake Barbecue. He is the man behind Blues Hog. It's in everybody's trailer. And I got to ask him about these Gateway drum smokers. I think he started this whole drum smoking trend out there, because you can't not look inside a camp and not see a drum smoker anymore in competition barbecue. But let's bring him on right now, Ty. Let's get we're talking about Mr. Tim Scheer from Blues Hog, Shake and Bake, Gateway drum. Is it still Marble Ridge? That's the thing.
Yes, sir.
And what is Cordy? I've been seeing that too. Is that you? Is still
Cordy Meats? No, that's my buddy Jay Lobello and Kyle Cordy and his family. They own a meat processing plant.
Nice.
We process a lot of our cattle and hogs over there.
Well, cool. Well, welcome to the show, man. It's an honor to have you on. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming. Is what I mean to say. But thanks for being on the show. How are you doing, Tim?
I'm good, guys. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely.
Been busy.
You have been busy. It was a fun weekend last weekend. It looked like.
Man, it was one of the craziest weekends ever. Honestly, like the whole thing just kept working out. One thing after another just kept falling in place, man. Honestly.
Dude, that's one of my questions. How the hell that happened? I'll get to that in a little bit. But Shake and Bake, that's your team that you compete under, right? Are you still using that name, or I see a lot of Blues Hog pretty much now?
Yeah, I like to use it. That's what I'm signed up under, with KCBS, basically. So anything outside of that is usually Blues Hog. Our main focus obviously has been Blues Hog and growing that company. And but Shake and Bake is, that's my family, that's my fun. That's kind of where we all started.
I love it. Was that from the movie?
Yeah, of course, man. My original team name was Pit Crew Barbecue, which kind of had a little bit of a NASCAR theme too, but I just felt like that was a little boring and generic. I remember sitting on the couch watching Talladega Nights one day, and I just yelled out "Shake and Bake," of course, and it was just a lot more fun. And
it's just fun, yeah.
I think that was before the kids came along even, and once they came along, just letting them yell it and be crazy with it was even more fun. So.
And now full circle, you're in NASCAR. It feels
I'm telling you what, pinch me, man. It seems crazy.
Okay, well, Missouri. You're out of Missouri, right? You're St. Louis, or right outside of there?
I'm about an hour west of St. Louis, so I'm out in the country. Grew up in a real small town, still live there in New Haven.
Cool.
About 2,000 people. So,
damn, that is a small town right there.
Small one, yeah.
When did Missouri become this barbecue hotbed? We got you, Brad, and Chris Schaefer, and some pretty solid cooks have come out of Missouri.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm kind of in between, St. Louis and Kansas City, so obviously that's been a hotbed, I would say. But for what we did and started doing, Brad, of course, was one of the first ones that kind of latched on to our Gateway drum smokers, and Schaefer followed suit later on, and it's just been a pretty hot area back in the day. Probably 12 or 15 years ago, there was probably more competitions than anywhere around this area.
Really? Oh, cool. Very nice. So yeah, you've been at it for a while now. I mean, right? When did you start?
I started cooking around 2008, I think, was about our first, when we really actually did a KCBS cook-off. We goofed off for a year or two and some backyard events and things like that. But yeah, it's been a little while.
Did you ever think you'd be where you're at right now when you started in 08?
No, man, not at all. Like, I started it to get away from work and just as a hobby and just to, have fun with our friends at the time. Like, it was something that I had always enjoyed doing, cooking and barbecuing, and just that environment, I think was where I felt comfortable. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, it's cool.
just is what it went crazy.
Well, that's great. If you have any questions for our guest tonight, Mr. Tim Scheer, you don't do a lot of these songs. Like I said, I'm very honored he's on the show tonight. So this is your chance to ask him questions. I did see somebody already asked one, and Ty has already highlighted. We'll get to that. I have a question for him. Is he ever coming to Australia for the Invitational? Because I have a gallon of Fireball waiting for him.
I know. I see. That's Lucas. He got to witness one of the most rare form moments I've ever been in. So lucky for him, not so lucky for me, but that was a good one. I'd like to go to Australia again, man. It's been a while, and we've just been so busy with kids and work and sports and everything. It's hard to get away that long right now.
Yeah, your kids are
still on my radar.
Your kid, how old are your kids, man?
They're in high school. 2 of them are, so 17, 16, and 12-year-old.
Yeah, like me, I got 18 and 16. They're busy. I keep you busy. I'm sure you're trying to find time to do all that as well.
It's nonstop, man. So yeah, like I've been hustling to our barbecue events, our work events, and then back home, usually to a basketball tournament or something else. So it's fun. I enjoy it. They're having a lot of fun and they're doing well. So kind of got to soak up those moments too.
Heck yeah. Eddie, if you got anything, just jump right in, my man.
I will.
Okay. So American Royal success. I know you obviously we're in Memphis in May. You guys won pork shoulder and whole hog, and we'll get to that in just a second. But I have forgive me, I don't know, but American Royal, have you ever won it yet? Have you won that thing?
I've never won the Royal overall. I've won every category except for chicken in the Open.
Nice.
I've had a perfect score in chicken in the Open. I think we got third with it. We've got reserve grand in the Invitational one time with 0 calls.
Oh, really?
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a trip too. So now, man, I feel like the Royal has been good to us, and like we've done really, really well there. Just never hit overall.
You're muted. Yeah, I just muted. But definitely let's skip to the American Royal before we get to Blues Hog and Gateway. But first place in shoulder, that was y'all's very first time to compete at Memphis in May, if I remember right?
Actually, we had done ribs a couple of years prior, maybe like a year or two. We did ribs one time. I think we were top 5 or so in ribs, and I think we took a year off, if I remember right. And then we came back and did shoulder, and we actually won whole shoulder overall. And that was really cool. And then the following year after that was when we jumped up to whole hog, and that's when we built the mega drum. And everybody's like, well, what are you going to do after winning shoulder? Like, you can't cook hog, like, I'm like, well, I think we can.
Why not?
Just need a bigger drum. So, yeah, we did whole hog the following year and won that, and then won overall grand champion there as well. So, that was incredible. That was probably one of the coolest things ever, that whole experience. And, just with that year, just everything clicked, and, we were new, and maybe it didn't click. We just didn't know any better. I don't know, but it was something else, man. I'm telling you, it was awesome.
Dude, yeah, to go from the whole shoulder, right? It's not just a pork butt like we cook in KCBS or CBA or anything like. It's a different deal, and y'all won first. And then to do that and to do it, y'all built a whole new apparatus to cook on, the mega drum, which is awesome. And
we had only cooked on it probably 2 or 3 times before we went down there, because I think we built it and did an event, and I couldn't believe how well it worked, honestly, the first time. And I was like, well, let's run it. What do we got to lose? So
it's definitely, it's a mega drum. How many baskets are on the bottom of that sucker?
There's 4 charcoal baskets on the bottom of it. So yeah, it's
regular size baskets.
Yeah. We built some new ones for this year because we kind of needed to modify how we do things. One of the problems was they wouldn't fit out of there's a flip up grate, so they wouldn't fit out of the sides. So we would always try to douse out our fire right before the judges came. And that was a little bit of a problem sometimes, when you're putting garnish and everything else on the hog. So we did make a modification this year, and hopefully that helps us a little bit.
Absolutely. We're going to be doing that next weekend, which is crazy.
I
Busy,
can't
man.
believe it's coming up already. It's nuts, man. We just got done with that NASCAR event and turn around. My girls have a basketball tournament this weekend here in St. Louis, and then we peel out for Memphis. So it's been crazy. Our whole month of May is I knew it, a couple of weeks ago when we scheduled all this. I'm like, well, that month is totally shot.
So Tim, how did you get involved with Blues Hog? I mean, I knew it's been around for a little bit. I feel like you guys have really elevated the brand. Obviously, you guys see a race car on the track now in NASCAR, which is pretty cool. But talk about how you got involved with Blues Hog, and because we were before you came on, me and Eddie were talking. And Eddie said it's on all his meats, it's on all my meats as well. A lot of it's in everybody's trailer at this point in the comp world, but now it's all over America's Kitchen, bro. You're really it's out there, man. So talk about how you got involved with Blues Hog.
Yeah, Billy Arnold, who created Blues Hog, he was from Jackson, Tennessee. He moved up to Perry, Missouri, which is about an hour and a half north of me. So I ran into him at barbecue competitions out cooking in the Midwest here in mid-Missouri, I should say. I ran into him. He was always a character. He was interesting. He was funny. Yeah. He had obviously a badass sauce, and I learned about it. I think in Columbia, Missouri was when I first tried Blues Hog. At a competition, I was like, it was an eye opener for me. I was like, what the heck, and everybody back then used to ask, oh, do you have a rub or sauce or anything? I was like, no, I don't. Like I don't think I can beat this one right here. So. Yeah. That's what I always used and ran and just got to know Bill just as a friend, just hanging out and spending time, usually late night, Friday night at a contest, which, he was a hoot and I just enjoyed listening to him. And, man, we just, got to be just kind of casual friends and his health went down obviously. And he had brain cancer and everything. So, when he was, I think he was getting ready to have another operation or something, he felt like kind of bad was going to happen, I think. And that was 2015. And, he called me and he's like, Timmy, I need you to buy the company. And I'm like, come on, Bill, because you guys know Bill, or probably heard about him. He was pretty wild sometimes. And I'm like, whatever, man, I'll help you out, whatever you need, And so we went around, we had to find a new co-packer and stuff like that. And, finally I was like, all right, Bill, like, are we gonna, I'm like, I'm gonna do it if you're ready for it, and, cause we never talked price. We never talked anything, man. It was just like, I know how good this product is and I know what he's been through and how far he brought it, without being full strength health and all that. So, I was young enough and, energetic enough to, just take it on. I didn't have any experience in the food business. I had owned a landscaping company at the time, but I had started a barbecue store online, I guess, when it was Gateway Barbecue Store. So, but anyway, man, I was just wanting to help him out more than anything. And,
wow,
when the time came, we had to do it. And, because his health was declining and just didn't have the stamina to take it all on to the next level. And, that's back then, man, we talked all the time, every day probably. And, he's like, Timmy, I want this sauce in every household in America. I was like, yeah, Bill, I think that's honestly possible. Like, I'm not kidding. It's that good, so, so that's kind of been our mission. And it's certainly been a journey, man. It hasn't been easy, like you would think sometimes. It's been, ups and downs and everything else, like everything, but it's been a lot of hard work. It's, it's one, I don't know, man, it's just kind of like a brand and a topic that when you bring it up, everybody's happy and everybody loves to talk about it. And, it's unlike anything I've ever been a part of, honestly. Like it's been crazy.
Well, congratulations. You're helping out a friend, but man, you've, like I said earlier, you've elevated it for sure. And you've made that promise to him and put it in America's Kitchen. I feel like, man, you're in Walmart, you're down here in Texas. I see you in stores all over the place. It's
HEB.
HEB. Heck yeah. It's really it's out there. And like, like we said, we'll get to the NASCAR deal, which I'm really interested. I think that's really cool, but man, congratulations, and what a great job you've done with it.
Yeah,
and,
no, I mean, just you brought up Memphis. Like it seems like right after Memphis in May, we were doing event after event and trade show, and there was times like I'm just like, what are we doing? What am I doing? I'm out in the middle of a parking lot trying to hand out a sample. Like, is this ever going to pay off or go or not? You start to wonder sometimes, but I never really doubted it. It was just like, at what point does this kick in? You know what I mean? And it felt like after Memphis in May when I, people called and I could be like, yeah, Blues Hog, we just won Memphis in May. And then it was like, people would stop and pay attention at that point, So, and Bill had gone through the same thing when he won Best Sauce on the Planet, American Royal several times. And, he had everybody calling too. But, it was time for another level. And that seemed like what really kicked it off. And, Walmart started calling, and these other people that we had been kind of chasing for years all of a sudden started calling us, and that was
great,
like, all right, let's go, so.
Yeah, I know you put the miles in for sure. I've seen you at trade shows and doing that, like you said, handing out little samples and whatnot. I had the pleasure of meeting Bill at the Royal. We had an event, I think is when he was getting into the Hall of Fame deal. That was nice. I didn't get to know the wild man that you talked about, but he was a super nice guy, and he was really appreciative of everything you were doing. So really cool.
Yeah, he loved it all, man, and like no doubt he'd love, like he was a NASCAR fan too and stuff, like like everything we were talking about and stuff. But it just gave me, kind of gave me a drive and a mission too to keep pushing and take. It's almost like we're living his dream, unfortunately, but, it's something that he started, and we try to acknowledge that every single chance we get, so it's awesome.
Well, he did create a great product, and he created a cool logo and colors and stuff, man, because it just looks like something you want to have in your hand whenever you're cooking, regardless of where you're at. It's really cool. And like you mentioned, it puts a smile on people's face. I feel like it does. It's really cool. Eddie, you got anything before we I want to talk about Gateway drums as well?
No, I mean, I was about to say, like, it's cool that y'all kept that same design of the hogs playing fucking blues. Like, you never changed that. Like, you didn't try to make it modern. Like, it's just been original the whole time. And man, I never got to try the sauce before you had it, but man, was it is it the exact same recipe, like the original?
It definitely is. Like, so there was a time, and this was several years before I bought the company. We've got a picture of it somewhere. There was a group of guys, I think Wade Reeder was one of them, and a couple other, just guys from Missouri that went over to Bill's house, and we all cooked sauce, in his kitchen with Bill. And I'm like, what the heck, And Bill didn't care, man. Like he wasn't worried about the recipe or this or that. He just wanted to have fun and, cook sauce with people. And, he cooked a pork butt, is still till this day feels like the best bite of pork I've ever had. You know what I mean? Which I think he put it on the night before and totally forgot about it, of course. But
best one.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, like, it's just authentic, and we've had people try to help us by make it cheaper, make it this, make it that. After about the 10th person that tried that, I'm like, I don't even want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing it this way, and that's the way it's going to stay and do. And
good,
and that's in the retail world, like you talk Walmart, HEB, and some of these places that want you competitive on price. Like, it's just not possible to do the way we do it. You know what I mean? To be $2 or $3 cheaper or whatever to the next one. It's just not, and it's not worth it to us either. Like, I'd rather not sell to it, than diminish the quality and basically everything that the brand stands for. And, and that's kind of what I've tried to carry on. It's like we're not trying to release products just to throw our name on something. Like, we don't throw our name on somebody else's stuff. Like, it tried, true, developed. It takes sometimes years to come up with something, new that we want to put our name on and stuff. So, that quality standard is got to stay.
There's a question from Shank and Shig. Let me read this first before I start putting something out there. Can't stop myself, and who better ask than Tim? What's the best Blues Hog sauce or sauce combo for each KCBS meets in the upper Midwest? I'd say asking for a friend. Well, original and then mix away.
This ain't the Purvis Chicken Show, is it? Or whatever?
No, it's not. It's not.
Whatever. Anyway, man, I've always gone with the original on ribs, just straight out of the bottle. We won Rib Team of the Year with that exact. Brisket, I'm always running Smoky Mountain straight out. Pork, I like to add some red. That Champions Blend is built for pork, honestly.
All right, you didn't have to say all that.
Well, and kind of
people
not the same with chicken, but anyway, I mean, he asked, I gotta tell him.
I appreciate it. Hey, another question: do you see any difference between the glass jars versus the squeeze bottles from Surge?
No, one's glass and one's squeeze. Billy used to say that Blues Hog sticks to your meat. That was a little tagline he liked and had on some brochures, and it sticks to every damn thing else too. And that was one of the things with the glass bottle. You had to have a spoon or a brush or whatever. Yeah. And if you know me, like, I got it on everything. So, when we found the squeeze bottle, and we had to custom make it and stuff, so it would hold up to the, high temp and everything. But same exact, all comes out of the same pot.
Awesome. Couple more. How many times do you air and what days and time? I don't. Oh, I guess she's talking to us.
Probably
Wednesdays.
A lot of airs.
Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. Yeah, air. And Twisted D. How many cooks are you doing now a year? And what would you say your favorite cook-off is?
That's a good one. Like, man, I've probably done, I don't even know right now. I've done probably 5 or 6 already. I've done, let's just list. I've done Houston Rodeo. I've done Hogs for the Cause was the most recent one, I think. What else have I done? We did one down here in St. Robert at KCBS here in Missouri.
You're not doing too many then.
I'm not doing too many. Like, I think my highest cook-off total ever was 42 comps one year, but I think we're more in the 5 to 8 range right now. So,
well, you got some good people that support you as far as people in the barbecue community that we know of. I'm wearing his shirt right now, Josh. Happy birthday, Josh. It's not his birthday. This is an old shirt, but he likes corn dogs. That's one. And of course, Reagan, love them. They were on the top of the show. They gave some intros out here for tonight's show because you were on. But Reagan
said in early, I guess, or maybe I shouldn't have.
Play Reagan's because I love Reagan's. It's a good one. And then we'll continue on here in just a second.
Hi, my name's Reagan Brazier of La Pasadena. You're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. Are y'all high? Because I am. Enjoy the show.
Are y'all high? Because I am. I love it. But those two, they teamed up with Stacy and Josh Hale and Reagan, and they won Houston representing Blues Hog. That is pretty cool.
Sure did. Yeah, that was awesome, man, for those guys. Like, they were wanting it bad, and I mean, everybody wants it bad down there, and I feel like they work hard. They've always been very respectful and appreciative of everything.
Great people.
Just good people to be around, honestly. And, for them to get that kind of a big win was incredible. And I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. They were very excited, and that was a super cool moment for them and you and everybody involved. That was even me, man. It was just cool always seeing our friends up there and doing that. And it's like I said, they are great people, all 3 of them, and that was a pretty cool win for them as well.
They earned it.
Yeah. So Gateway Drum Smokers, we haven't even talked about that yet, but you're also behind Gateway Drum Smokers. This thing came on it like swooped onto the barbecue scene. I feel like, 2015, 16, you didn't see a whole bunch of drum smokers. Now you can't peek into somebody's camp without seeing one, at least, if not 2, 3, or 4 of them. Those things have really taken on into the competition barbecue world. How did that come about with Gateway Drum Smokers? And I feel like you started this whole thing with the drum smokers.
Yeah, I would say back 2011, I was cooking, regular barbecue competitions. I had a FEC 100, which is a pellet smoker. Man, and if you guys know me, I'm not good with that. I was like, I got bored with it. You couldn't even light a fire, like it was just, it was too simple. I mean, I wanted it because I didn't have to stay up all night, feeding a fire. And it definitely worked for that, and it's fine. I still have it today, but it just wasn't that interactive. And I'm always got to be up messing with something, it seems like. So some friends of mine and some people I know here in the Midwest were, in Missouri mostly, actually were cooking on these ugly drums. I mean, they were ugly too. Like, looked like somebody couldn't afford a cooker or whatever. I always thought it was like, is it really that bad? We're cooking on a trash can out here, but so I didn't know until, they cooked for me, and I tried the food. I tried ribs off of it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, what is, it was just another level of flavor that, I hadn't been, accustomed to yet or whatever. So, Jeff Spurgeon, up in KC, and Jeff Brinker here in Washington, Missouri, they were together sometimes. And, I was, back and forth with those guys for a while. And finally we made one, and cooked ribs on it the whole entire season in 2012. And we were just knocking ribs out of the park every time. I was ended up winning first ribs at the American Royal that year.
Nice.
Cooked them in 2 hours and 15 minutes and stuff. And, I'm like, okay, it worked. No big deal. Let's carry on. And, but then here come a couple of people, Tim, build me one. I was like, I don't really do this, I build it for myself. It's not, I'm not really looking for another job or whatever. But, so we kind of piddled halfway in, halfway out of that, I would say, for a couple of years. I think it was 2015. We ended up, or maybe it was 2014 probably. Ended up winning brisket at the American Royal. And I'm like, I couldn't get out of the parking lot, people coming over.
Everybody wanting them.
Brisket was 4 hours, 4 hours flat, not even, I think, that day. And, how did you do that? Whatever, so then I was like, all right, fine. You know what I mean? Like, we got to start taking this serious. So we're going to, if people are going to actually want to buy these, we got to make them and turn it into a real product that's reliable. And, so we branded it. We started doing custom paints for mostly teams and stuff like that. All wanted their logos on them. And I just remember, like, David from Butcher Barbecue calling me like, Tim, tell me about this drum. I want to get one. How do you do this? And I'm like, David, I just took your class like 2 years ago. Why the hell are you calling me, asking me how to cook, on this? And it just kept happening. But it was crazy. It was weird. But they worked, and what we did worked, kind of a dumb luck or whatever, maybe some of it, but and it still works. It's a good way to cook. It's not a new way to cook, I wouldn't say. Like cooking directly over coals has been around forever, but just the balance and the setup and the airflow and just all the little details that went into that, just worked out.
They still bring like the people that come and visit a contest, the crowd that's out there, they stare at them and they're like, what is this? Because they're probably thinking the same thing. Are they cooking on a trash can, or what are they doing here?
Yeah. I remember in several contests where we had a couple of drums and an easy up and a tailgate, and we would have more people stop by than like the next guy with this, 40-foot motorhome or whatever that has a huge pit, and I'm like, I think people could visualize it. It was realistic for them at home, whatever. So, no, it's been a wild ride on that too.
I do thank you for doing that because we have 3 p.m. brisket turn-ins down here. I don't have to get up until 7 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
It freaks
Yeah.
Josh. It doesn't freak him out, but he shakes his head whenever he sees me get up at 7. And he's been up for a while. That's
I
just
know.
Josh. But it's portable. It's fast. And it produces damn good product too.
Very fast.
That's what I like about them. I have a 16-foot trailer, and I got 2 of your drums in there. And it's just, it makes it easy. I don't have to haul anything big and heavy and whatnot. And
it really, even like you said, is about the easiest thing I could cook on too. The startup is fast and easy. The process is still the process, but it's not drug out after, all night and day, like you still get to experience the barbecue. You can have a few beers but when it's time to be done, it's actually done instead of 2 or 3 or 4 hours later. So man, it's a cool product for sure.
Awesome. Again, guys, if you have questions for our guest Tim Scheer tonight, put them in the comments. We'll try our best to get them asked of him. Tim, I do want to give you a heads up. We do this thing called the Mount Rushmore. These are people you put on your mountain that have inspired you or helped you, or anybody in a part of your barbecue journey you want to put on there. I'm going to give you some time to think about it. And then we got a barbecue homie segment. It's like people you talk with, or you got a call, or maybe set up with next to, or whatnot. So curious to get your Mount Rushmore and your barbecue homies. But man, how did this whole NASCAR thing come about, brother? That is really cool. It was cool to watch from afar. I wish I could have seen the race, but when I found out that y'all's car won, it was even better, man. That was a whole cool ass weekend. And like you said, Shake and Bake started from watching Talladega Nights to come full circle to be a sponsor of a damn car, NASCAR on the track is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure you think.
Yeah,
cool
man. Like, so we've been cooking down at Daytona with Brandt Racing, who sponsors Justin Allgaier, number 7. He's Junior Motorsports, also in the Xfinity Series. We've been cooking for them just as friends and guests and whatever, casually. They have a good setup right at the end of pit road in Daytona. So we've gone down there the last couple of years. And I'm looking at Josh right now.
Yeah, I know.
And I forgot where I was at, but anyway, so we met Junior Motorsports and their crew and their team and everything. And I met one guy named Matt. I took his email and threw it in my phone real quick, just because I forget everything. But so literally, probably it might have been 3 years later, I was rolling through my phone and I'm like, man, I wonder what that's, what's going on with that, if there's any opportunities ever, or even what it would even cost. You know what I mean? Like, is it even realistic that we could do it, because we had been talking, with NASCAR itself, and, is there anything we could do to promote and because I feel like that was a really good demographic for us with all the campers and extreme loyal fans and stuff like that. I mean, it just felt like it'd be a perfect fit. So anyway, I just sent a quick email, what's going on, you remember me or whatever, and he called back and he's like, Tim, we actually have opportunities this year, like we have a couple of things coming up that, aren't spoken for. And it was literally like a month and a half ago, probably. So, and he's like, we've got Texas. I'm like, oh, perfect. Texas. Love it. You know what I mean? And he goes, we got Nashville available. I'm like, yeah, I'm all in there. And we got Atlanta. I'm like, all right. I was like, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. You know what I mean? And, so, we just kept talking and Connor Zilich was the driver that they had available, and he's a rookie. He's 18 years old,
Wow.
like literally a young gun coming up. I got the shirt on right now. But
I need one of those.
But anyway, I wasn't too familiar with him. I had, he had already won a race in his first year, and I'm like, well, shit, if it's Junior Motorsports, I know he's got to be, he can't be
no slouch.
Yeah. So I'm like, he just said, we've got it. And it just all kept working out. And then, so I was like, yeah, fine, we'll do it. You know what I mean? And then like after we signed up and announced it, then Texas Motor Speedway calls. We're like, hey, Tim, we're having a barbecue cook-off here. IBCA. You want to be involved? You want to, you want to cook it? You want to help sponsor it? I'm like, I'm like, hell, we're there. So yeah,
I'm
let's
already
do it.
in. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, golly, like, so this stuff just kept falling into place or whatever. And then, then we were listening to the radio during Talladega, which was a week prior race, and Connor, our driver, he was leading on the last lap. You know what I mean? He's in first and coming around, about ready to win the race. Gets cut from behind and put into the wall, like inside wall hard, head first and stuff. And I'm like,
what's up, Bill?
I was like, oh shit, I just had a terrible feeling too, like what's going on, but anyway, so then they called and said, Tim, I got bad news. Like, I'm thinking, okay, we're out. The whole thing's over. You know what I mean? And he goes, Connor's out for the race. He goes, but we are Junior Motorsports and we do have access to some of the top drivers in NASCAR. And he goes, Kyle Larson's gonna fill your spot. And I chuckled. I was like, ha, whatever, man. You sure Junior's not available? Come on.
Call him out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, so he's like, no, that's what we're doing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So, I felt like we had a good chance to win with Connor, like a really good. But then when they announced Kyle Larson, I'm like, holy cow, dude, we just went to like a 90% chance to win this race, So it was just crazy how things kept falling into place. But anyway, we got to cook for the whole team. We got to sit in the pit box up there and watch the whole race up there and stuff. And,
nice. Perks, baby. I love it.
Yeah, that's good. Got to meet all the drivers and stuff and go back in the garage or whatever. But it was just.
I got some
cool
pictures for the Gooder Gang. If y'all didn't see this deal, but look at that car. That's at Victory. That's in the winner's circle, right there. Dude, that could not have looked any cooler. That car right there. What did you think when you first saw it?
Awesome. Becky, our graphic designer. I was sitting down with her, and I'm like, they'll design the car for you at Junior Motorsports, and I had confidence that they would do a good job, and I wasn't worried about it. I said, just send a few hints, you know what I mean, to show them our, kind of what we do and what we've been doing and stuff. So. Yeah, so they all put it together, and we were like, "Yep, it's done. It's good." That's, and even on the TV, I think they were commenting how good it looked or whatever, but it really did. It was sharp looking, and looked really good in Victory Lane. I know that.
Yeah, it looks sharp. So I'm sure they see cars all the time, but I'm sure they were probably giving you some. Man, this looks really good.
Man, everybody loved it. I mean,
those colors are
it popped for sure. You could find it.
I think I like it so much because I'm an old Oilers fan, and it reminds me of those. It reminds me of the Columbia blue and the red.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But I got a couple more here. There's Kyle on the car there, and of course doing donuts here.
Yeah.
And I got some video as well. Let me put the one up here. What a cool thing, man. That's again, barbecue brought you here, which is pretty awesome.
I kept thinking that all weekend long, especially during the race. I'm sitting there watching this car go around. I'm like, man, is this even real? Like, come on. Everyone's like, I kept saying, I can't believe it. I'm like, I said, no, I can believe Kyle Larson won a race, but I can't believe it says Blues Hog on the car.
Here's a cool video. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, that's I'll replay it one more time. Oh, where'd it go? And I got one more of them rolling into victory lane here. Yeah, that car is sweet, bro. That car is sweet. What a cool experience. Are there, somebody already asked, and I'm curious too, die cast. Are they going to make a die cast of that thing?
I'm sure they will now especially because of one, but we've had so many people asking for a die cast and the t-shirts and everything. So
put them on the website.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure they're putting the Connor Zillage t-shirt on the website already. And then Junior Motorsports made a Kyle Larson 88 Blues Hog Texas, winning, like a commemorative winning T-shirt or whatever too.
Oh,
So
nice.
that'll be out here pretty soon, I'm sure. So, yeah, it's just been incredible, man.
Did you get to meet Junior?
No, he wasn't there at the race,
Oh, he wasn't
actually. But so I told you our May is busy. After Memphis, we're going straight from Memphis out to Junior's property,
Oh, nice.
out of his house or farm or whatever they call it, Whiskey River or whatever it is. So we're going to cook whole hog out there for their fan day and media day and stuff.
Oh,
So they have like
badass.
3,000 people out there or whatever. So yeah, it keeps getting crazier. So I'm sure he's going to be there, and everybody else, and all his sponsors and partners and everything will be out there too. So
very cool, man. That is
really
cool.
We got to hang out with Cruz all weekend long, and
oh yeah,
yeah, it was cool because I got to bring my whole family and a couple of my friends and their families and stuff too. So it was just, man, it was a weekend, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I saw y'all were sitting right there on pit, right behind the crew, man. That's got to be a pretty cool experience, seeing that car come in and doing what they do is nuts by themselves. The pit crew is crazy.
It was fun to watch. I think, we were listening on the headset to them and the crew chief and the driver and stuff, but I feel like they didn't say a whole lot. It was just kind of like, Kyle Larson's driving and the chief comes on. He's like, "Hey, I think you need a pit. It's 10 laps to go. I think you need a pit if you want a chance to win." And Kyle's like, "Okay, whatever you want to do."
He's just Sunday
he's just out there cruising. It seemed like, but it was fun.
That is fun. Let me see if I got any questions. Eddie, if you have a question, drop it in there. But this is a question about Missouri. Corby, did they straighten the road between the river, St. Louis to Washington?
No, never. There's no way to straighten that one.
I don't. Does Gateway have patents pending?
Gateway has patents already. We've got a design patent and a utility patent, as well as a trademark on hot and fast.
Somebody's asking if Gateway sold. No.
Yeah, actually, I did. Yeah, we sold to Smoking Brothers. If you guys know Ryan, with those guys. Another Missouri-made grill company.
Okay, cool.
I'm still on as part of the team and doing the same exact stuff I've always done. We're still actually making the drums here and everything, so nothing's really changed except for official ownership so far. But with all the stuff we've got going on with Blues Hog and Marble Ridge and every other thing we got going, it was time to let him do it. He's got his own in-house manufacturing, which is something that we don't have, essentially. So we were doing parts of it, but not all of it. So looking forward to that, as we get that rolled out.
Nice. Joey's asking, how do you feel about the new Hall of Fame announcements?
I was glad to see Donnie Teal on there, for sure. I know Joey's always poking a bear. He's got one in mind.
I know what he's getting at too.
It's all good, man. Everybody's on there is deserving. I'm sure it's just a matter of time getting them all in. So
yeah, that Stay Saucy drum popped just as nicely. My next drum will be that color with some autism and awareness. Very cool.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah, those are those things pop, man. Those are some pretty they're not ugly drums, that's for damn sure.
No.
Yeah, Josh is and Reagan, they're always showcasing some beautiful drums out there as well.
Yeah, they got a knack for taking my drums from the Royal. I think I usually try to get a new set for the Royal. And I almost never go home with the same set. So. And I go
Reagan gifted
or Texas somewhere, and I see them pop up again. So.
Well, Reagan gifted me a cleaning tool that y'all have, which are those are awesome, by the way.
Yeah, no, but I got to thank Reagan and Josh this weekend. They were a big help for us. Because we were cooking for the team, and I had a million other things going on as well, and couldn't think straight to begin with. So appreciate those guys helping out. They were cooking brisket and drinking beer and taking tequila shots. So it was fun.
Josh finished third overall. He tried to get on that winner's circle.
Right there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he said, let's go. He's excited for next week. Go swimming in a pool of pig shit injections.
That's right.
So,
yeah, we took the hogs in Sunday, actually. My guy Dylan here at the farm, he took the hogs in to get scalded and everything. So we got to pick them up probably Thursday, I think. So,
what size do you like to cook in that mega drum?
And we're cooking big ones this year for sure. I think I saw the hanging weights; they were 300 pounds. So
wow,
I figure we might as well go big and see what happens.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, cool. This has been awesome, man. I do have a CBA. Have you cooked any CBAs yet?
I've cooked a couple, yeah.
What's your walk-up song? That was one of my questions.
Riding High, I think, was one of them. You may not know that one, but I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I never got to hear my walk-up song is the problem in CBS.
Well, we did our job then, I guess, over there.
Yeah, you guys did it, man.
Somewhere
now
down
Texas
here
has got so many good cooks going on right now, too, especially like, you know, for us as a business, Texas was kind of, I feel like we were getting popular all across the country except for Texas. You know what I mean? And a couple of years ago, I was like, you know, this can't be, you know. So we started poking our heads down there a little bit more and getting involved with some of those things. And, you know, such a great community and group of guys down there. It's so fun to go down there all the time. Like, you know, we got to go to Houston a couple of times now, and we did Austin Rodeo in San Antonio, and just a different ball game. And I try to describe Houston to people, and I just give up. You know what I mean? Speaking of Houston, Randy Paul, I got to thank him too for coming out this week. Him and Cooper got to hang out with us all weekend. So I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun too. So.
Randy's a cool cat. Yeah, y'all. I feel like you're right. It did take a little while for Blues Hog to come over to Texas or come down here and fully be what it is. But man, it's everywhere now, brother. It is. people are all over it. I just posted. Let me see here. You got some new flavors coming out for the backyard or the home cook, right? These are pretty cool. All of them look great. I do like that navy and green one, especially just the color of it. But that steak and chop sauce all of them look like. I mean, definitely want to try them all. But where are these going to be available at?
So there's 4 new ones or 5 new ones available at Walmart right now. Almost nationwide, I guess, not quite. Steak and chop, buffalo garlic parm, which is a new wing sauce, which has been a hit so far. Chicken fried burger sauce, which has been really popular as well. And then the jalapeno cilantro lime is a ranch. So those 4, and then steak and chop, as well as sizzling heat, which is a new tomato based kind of a spicier barbecue sauce.
Nice, very nice. Yeah. They all look great. I can't wait to get my hands on them. We'll go check out.
Yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out, and we've been working on quite a few new flavors, and you know, kind of just seeing how, you know, maybe who would pick them up first or whatever, and kind of roll them out as we go. So we've got quite a bit coming in the pipeline.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, you got we already do some Mount Rushmore. I think people are going to be real curious about this guy. And sorry, I should have given you a little heads up.
Afraid I'm going to leave somebody off.
It happens. So you got 4 on the mountain, and then one almost on the mountain. He's in the gift shop. He's got a nice bobblehead of himself in your Mount Rushmore gift shop down on the bottom of the mountain. So you got 5, but 4 on the mountain, 1 in the gift shop.
Man, I got to go with Billy Arnold, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I probably want to go with. God dang it! Probably want to go with Spurge, Jeff Spurgeon. Man, you guys are killing me.
It's the barbecue homie that'll kill you.
Oh no, man.
Well, how about your you can come back. You can come back here. Look, Chicken Fry's trying to give you hints here. But how about a barbecue homie? Somebody that you call or want to talk with, or you just want to set up next to when you were cooking, or whoever that might have been. Who was your
Yeah.
Your barbecue.
No, that was always Brad, man. Like we cooked so many contests side, next to each other, and that's what people seem to be getting excited about. I guess is Memphis. This is the first year we'll be cooking against each other. But I'm like, we've always cooked against each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we talk trash, and we give each other so much more crap than anybody. You know what I mean? So. Looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. We're going to document the whole thing, I'm sure.
I saw like a pay-per-view flyer with y'all's faces face to face about this weekend.
We've done that before at a small contest one time. But yeah, that'd be exciting. Why not?
Yeah, why not? So that's your barbecue homie, Brad Leininger, and you got one kind of like you got a gumball right there. Your barbecue homie, almost your barbecue homie.
Like when Brad goes somewhere else, you call this guy.
Man, Nate Dogg probably from Brewmaster. Like he doesn't cook as much anymore, but he's been around since day one and really one of the best cooks I know, honestly.
Nate, you said?
Yeah, Brewmaster Barbecue in St. Louis.
Nice. All right, very cool, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Dogg, Ty's got it on there. All right, you got? Can you think of your two more mountain guys?
God dang. Oh, give me Donnie Teal and Johnny Trigg.
All right, Donnie Teal, Johnny Trigg, and one almost on the mountain. He's a gift shot. You got a bobblehead. Your bobblehead guy.
Richard Dale, Chasey Poo.
All right, Richard Dale. There you go.
Jason Mary.
There you go. So
Most
you pissed
kids.
Somebody off, I'm sure.
No.
Very good. Very good. We talked about Donnie. Donnie, that's a name. Is he still cooking it?
Oh yeah, he's still out and about.
He's still out and about. Very nice.
Yeah.
And we all know Johnny Trigg. That's for sure. Well, Tim, this has been awesome, brother. Thank you so much. And we got to know backstory behind Blues Hog, Gateway, of course, Shake and Bake. For those that don't know, Tim puts on an awesome freaking party on Thursday night at the American Royal. Those things are epic. Those are a lot of fun. And I can't wait to do that again this year. And not going to be at Memphis, but best of luck to you guys, man. I'm excited to see how it all plays out, man. This is going to be cool. I know Josh is going to be down there with you or over there with
Josh, Reagan. We got a whole crew coming, man. T-Mac, everybody. We've got a pretty big crew. Janky Legs coming with us this year.
Damn, Reagan's watching. Look at that. You got him. I didn't know I didn't know he knew how to internet. But Reagan's watching. Very cool. Love Reagan.
Hi, Reagan.
Reagan's high because he said it on the show earlier.
Big bird.
Well, dude, this has been a long time coming, man. Thanks for coming on the show. This has been awesome. You were a great guest, and it was great to get to know you. I'm sure that the Gooder Gang took a lot from this because you're pretty reserved, brother. You're pretty quiet. You keep to yourself. You just do your thing. You're like that driver that don't say much that you were talking about, Kyle Larson. You're just doing your thing and cruising along, and it's really cool.
Try to stay focused. It gets tricky on Friday night, or Thursday night at the Royal. But other than that, try to get it done. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for doing the show, and appreciate what you guys do for barbecue. It's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Hold on, before you go.
Nope.
Quick story about the Gateway drum. So I got a Gateway, right? And man, I'm sitting there getting ready to fly out to St. Louis to go to Jordan's class. And my wife's like, man, you should stop by the Gateway Arch and take a picture. And then I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, man, a couple minutes go by, and I'm like, oh, shit. She's like, what? I was like, that's why it's called fucking Gateway Drum. Because of the Gateway Arch. She's like, yeah, probably, bro.
There you go.
I never really thought about it, you know? I was like, man, it's a cool name, Gateway.
It's fun when things click, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how big is that thing? The arch, is it pretty impressive? Because it looks cool behind. Is that my dog?
It's pretty.
No, that's my dog.
Okay, I got a dog over here too. He's like, it's time to go, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, appreciate
All
you,
right,
Tim.
Guys.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate y'all. I'll talk
Best
to you
of
soon.
luck.
Yeah.
We'll be looking. Put those shirts on the internet. We'll get some.
Yeah. I'll make sure they're up by tomorrow for sure.
All right, brother. Be good.
See you
Thanks,
guys.
man. We'll
Thank
see you.
you.
There he was, Mr. Tim Scheer, Blues Hog, Gateway Drums. Well, is he still with Gateway? He's still the man behind there, still building them.
Man.
That was really cool. And Shake and Bake Barbecue. Dude, he's a legend. He's a legend for sure.
He got on fire for a little bit, and then I guess he got too busy to cook.
He's got his hands in a lot of stuff. We just talked about that. It's pretty cool to see, and I know that Bill would be proud of what he's doing with the brand. That's for sure. Very cool guest tonight. Tim was awesome. Ty, get in here, man. What'd you think of that, brother?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about like the the marketability of all the personalities and just to see where this shows up. I mean, it's really cool.
Started bleeding again.
Yeah, he's got his hands in a lot of stuff, man, and he is busy. And I know he's got kids my age too, and I know those keep us busy. Speaking of that, my baseball season just ended. We lost our playoff game, so we're done. We're done till end of summer. So it's really cool. Reagan says Bill is the man, the myth, the legend. Absolutely. The arch is cool always for all you guys watching on YouTube. Please give us a thumbs up. That was a great guest tonight, Mr. Tim Scheer, and subscribe if you're not already. Well, we got do we have some boxes, Ty? I'm going to do the wrap-up recap in the upcoming events segment, and then the last part of this show will be rate my boxes. We should be able to get to quite a few. I know a lot of the Gooder gang love this portion of the show. Ty, if you want to get in here and rate some, we got space for you as well tonight. So we'll do that here. But
send Josh the link.
What's that? Send Josh. Josh, if Josh wants to come in here, Josh and Reagan, we'll get Reagan. Reagan knows how to internet people. I
gotta go clean this shit.
Hold on, let's see. What do you got? Damn, boy. Is that another welding accident?
Nah, it's fucking something I do every fucking week. Trim a fucking brisket.
No, damn.
So
damn.
And I knew it.
Too
like
much
I'm
alcohol,
fucking
Eddie.
I was slicing, bro, and in my head I was like, I'm about to fucking cut myself. I was like, I need to flip this meat. And then, man, right before I flipped it, I fucking slid and cut my fucking thumb.
Ouch. We'll go take care of that, man, and I'll do the wrap-up recap. We'll come back with some boxes. If Josh, if you want a link, we'll send you the link, my man, and we will get you in here. But let's rate some boxes right after we do the wrap-up recap, sponsored by Blueprinting Wraps and Graphics. We'll go to CBA. Ty's going to play some music, and we'll get going here. Fire in the Hole out in Somerset. The grand champion. I think we got a queued up video here. Mr. Cesar Mejia from Smoking and Toasting Barbecue. I'll choose more tequila.
This is Cesar Mejia with Smoking and Toasting Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
All right, Josh said send it. Send him the link, Ty. We'll get Josh in here. We got the RGCs in the comments right now. That is Mr. Texas Barbecue Bash. He beat Eddie, bested Eddie by 0.4. It was the 0.04. We're talking about Mr. Colin McAlrath from the Texas Barbecue Bash. The Texas Barbecue Throwdown over here in Hempstead at the barbecue store in Hempstead. Grand champion, there he is right there. He RGC'd his first event in Lampasas, and he followed that up with his first grand champion. There's Buddy Northrup from Big Boys Barbecue. And then we got the RGC is in the comments, Mr. James Minotti right there. Great guest. What a great job by you, man. James Minotti chilling and grilling Texas barbecue. All right, over in the IBCA, we had the 4th annual Smoking with the Knights. Grand champion was Joshua Lopez, Rusty Smokers. The RGC, Carlos Guerra from Smoking Dirty. Sugar Hill Cook-Off Grand Champion Brock Younger, T-Dogs Barbecue. The RGC was Gerald Johnson from Burning My Money. And the if you know, you know. That why does that annoy me so much? That IYKYK. I don't. It does. Cowboy Roundup Grand Champion Paul Whitaker. There he is. Scooter and Clark. Mr. Paul Whitaker in the house. RGC was Tommy Smith from Bentonville Barbecue. And Lexington Homecoming, the grand champion was Kirk Matura from Go Blue Q. In the RGC, Mr. Ira Green, Flying G Barbecue.
I'm Ira Green from Kingsbury, Texas with Flying G Barbecue. You're watching live on the Smoking Gooder Show. So Smoking Gooder Show. I fucked that all up. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, watching live. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
All right, Mr. Ira Green, still one of my favorites. Texas Motor Speedway Showdown. We just talked about it right here. Grand champion Hatch, Chris Hatcher from Hatch's Barbecue. And the RGC, I'm sorry, Ed Oaks. I don't know why I didn't have the name there. Dirt Track Cookers, Edward Oaks. Over in Outlaw, we got Cooking for K9. The grand champion was Bud Brown, Smoking Bud's Barbecue. The RGC was Brian Irby from Big B Barbecue. And in Lone Star, a couple of them, grand champion Backyard Barbecue, Brushy Creek, Backyard Barbecue, grand champion Ross Alaspa, RGC Andy Odom. And the Howdy Roo Barbecue, grand champion Kevin Walker. The RGC was Albert Valdez. And in KCBS, again, there's a lot of them now. It's KCBS season, but I did want to highlight one because one of our boys down here in Texas went over to Ruidoso, New Mexico. The All-American Comeback Barbecue, grand champion Bobby Delgado from Cuatro D Barbecue. And RGC, Brad Leininger, there he is right there, the barbecue homie. From Tim Scheer from Getting Basted. There we go. And then that was it for the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap. Let's do the upcoming events segment. Let me pull that up real quick. And we'll do the upcoming events segment. And hopefully Eddie has bandaged himself up so he can come back and do this. We got the upcoming events segment. In the Champions Barbecue Alliance, we got 4 events, all state championships. We got the Parker County Sheriff's Posse in Weatherford, Texas. We got the Richard Reeves Memorial Cook-Off, Fort Stockton, Texas. In Angleton, which is probably where I will be this weekend, the Nancy Allen Memorial Scholarship in Angleton, Texas. And we got the City of Alamo Watermelon Festival in Alamo, Texas. Again, all 4 of those events are state championships. So if that's what you're looking for, that's where you go. This weekend in Tomball, Texas, in the IBCA, we got the Mother's Day Cook-Off. Don't forget it's Mother's Day. I'm talking to me. I'm talking to myself. Don't forget it is Mother's Day weekend. Yaga's Wild Game and Barbecue Cook-Off, Galveston, Texas. That one always looks like a lot of fun. That is a state championship. James Minotti said half points are killing him. He must have lost the GC by half a point. Over in Outlaw. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you, Case. We got the Butterfield Stage Days in Bridgeport, Texas. That is a state championship. In Lone Star, we got the Water Valley Picnic Cook-Off in Water Valley, Texas. And in KCBS, again, check out kcbs.us. There are plenty of events all across the nation that you can get in and plug in with KCBS. That is going to be the Bullprint. I'm sorry, that was the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads coming up in December. They are updated December 12th and 13th, 2025 in Uvalde, Texas. We're about 6 short months away from that event, 7 short months away from that event. Quite a few in between now and then. All right, let's see if Eddie is back. Oh, let's check out that Blues Hog car again. Pretty sweet. Yeah, if he puts out a die cast, I definitely want one of them. Eddie, are you okay? You're muted. There you go.
Yeah, I'm good. Got a Band-Aid, got her cleaned up.
Corby said, I cooked across from Tim in 14, I believe, at the Royal. This guy is cooking on trash cans. Look at this shit. Yeah, he was back then. That's the way people thought about it. Jeff Rankin, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, my man. Hope all is well. All right. Brian Stewart is in that. What's up, Brian? Brian helped me out at Taffer. Good to cook with him as well. He's part of Half Fast Cookers. All right. Ty, how many boxes do we have tonight?
We probably got 12 if we got time.
We got time for 12. It seems like. Were you able to send a link to Josh?
Yeah, I sent one to Josh.
Okay, cool. Josh said send it. We'll see if Josh Hale answers the call real quick. Again, real quick, guys. Let me pull Eddie down just for a second. Sponsorships are open. If you guys want to sponsor this show, we had great guests. We got to continue to do that. Hit me up, Rob at Bullhorn BBQ, and thank you for the sponsors that are already part of us, part of the Gooder Gang, and part of the show. Okay, let's get Eddie in here and let's rate some boxes. There's Texas Barbecue Bash. Great show tonight. Thank you very much, Colin. Congrats again, brother. You might see Colin's name here real soon. I like it. All right, Ty, let's put a box up, brother. Definitely a CBA box. Gooder Gang, do your thing. You guys know I didn't call me. What do you mean, James? Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. All right, James, I got you. Obviously, okay. 10's excellent, 9 very good, 8 is fair, 7 is poor and personal. Gooder Gang, do your thing, and then we'll Eddie and I will get on this box here in just a second. But first, the Gooder Gang chime in. 8, almost a 10 without the slices, says G Walt. What's up, G Walt? How you doing, Micah? Samantha Cherry, Miss Cherry, 9. Little Twisty, 9.
Somebody hacked Little Twisty, bro. There's no way.
She liked it. It's 9. That's a 10 from Little Twisty. Always Forward. What's up, Brandon? 9. Nicho, 9. Jeff Rankin, 9. All right, a lot of 9s. Some 8s. Clean the box. 8. I'll go first here. I like the color. I actually like the color. Definitely, it's in sunlight. Some might say a little dark, but I can see that it would look good up close and personal. I like the bass boating. Not a fan of the slices. That would be my only complaint. Shit. So I'm going to give this a 9 from me. Eddie, you go up. Let Josh look at it for a minute. We'll get his.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like
10 if no breast. I agree, Jeff.
I'm gonna go 8.
Why?
A little too dark, and I'm not a big fan of that breast in the front.
Okay.
And it looks over seasoned, a little caked on there.
Yeah, a little heavy, but nice. Josh, what'd you think before you get to this comment here? And let's put you on solo here. What'd you think of old Timmy tonight? Oh, sorry, Ty. Pull that down for just a second.
Where'd the mustache go?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's frozen. There he is.
Huh?
Where's the mustache?
No, you're good. You're good, bro. What'd you think of Tim tonight?
Good show. Good show. What I got to catch up. I mean, Tim. He's a person that is he's a likable, lovable kind of guy. And you want to talk about flavors and profiles, that man, he knows his stuff.
He does. I've heard you say he's got a great palate. One of the best you've been around.
He does, absolutely. And he could be one of those ones, and everybody in the Texas scene that has met me from day one. I think for us at Stacy, 4 years into it, I've always been very OCD about everything.
Yeah.
He has helped me, between him and Reagan, like Brad, they've helped me learn, I think you made the comment earlier that I freak out when you start at 7. I mean, that's literally like, you do that on a normal for CBA. Those guys at like KCBS, man, we all get worried and we want to start a little early. And I preach that, as long as you have every meet done, let's rock and roll, baby. If
Yeah.
every meet's done for that first turn in, I'm not saying you're going to win, but it'll be a decent day. They literally run their timeline which their timeline is kind of sketchy for me as far as it's not written down. Of course, they've been doing it long enough. Their timeline's here. And
Yeah.
it doesn't change no matter where they go. It's always the same. They've helped a lot for me to ease up. I still don't always get to do it. There's some, some cook-offs I get up a little later and people are like, oh, Josh is late. Josh is late. Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to be comfortable with that, but
you're good. Well, I was trying to do a little research to get Tim on, and I was looking around. Tim doesn't do a whole bunch of these. I think there was maybe 2 or 3 out there, and this one definitely by far was the most in depth that he talked a lot tonight. So I was happy to get him to share some tonight. So that was really cool. Samantha, you're right on time, girl. You didn't miss it. You didn't. You can go back and watch it, by the way. All right, you ready to race some boxes, my man?
I give it an 8 already. I saw those slices. I'm just not a big fan of the slices.
All right, we can forward to the next one. I like the color though. That color, whoever's chicken boxes is.
I don't mind the color.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of those slices.
My whole deal with the slices is as soon as you slice it, the drying process starts out, right?
Agreed.
So for a breast like that, which is tough to already keep it tender and moist and whatnot. As soon as you slice it, depending on how quickly you turn it in and it gets judged, that drying process has already began. What's up, Steve Older? Good luck to you in Memphis, bro. We're gonna see you out there. All right, next box, please. There was a breakfast category somewhere I just saw. I believe this is probably it.
Chips.
Those are. We can talk about this. Those are chips on the bottom. That looks like a donut bun with maybe cinnamon or bacon on top.
I mean, on a Sunday after a cook-off, that's getting me all kinds of excited because I don't eat.
I'm thinking that is a donut, says Corby. First Bird in Hempstead had slices too, cleaner looking, but 10 Paces got the buckle. So were you first then if 10 Paces got the buckle? Tied for first. Yo, that's a donut burger. Yes, can we zoom in on it? No, unfortunately we can't. I think this is from Roto Q Burger Cook-Off. Okay. All right. Fucking 12. I'm fat, says Corby. 9, Samantha. Y'all chime in. Y'all chime in here.
Is this a kid or an adult?
This is an adult.
Okay. Could have got more creative with the fucking chips.
9. It's a little messy, says Twist. I don't get the chips in this.
I mean, like dumped a fucking bag of chips in that motherfucker. Crumbs on top, caramelized them. Nah.
Those are like those Lay's potatoes, those yellow bag ones right there.
I mean,
diabetes.
If you made a full bed, if you could at least made a full bed of the chips or something. Yeah. But I get it. Just
I would have thrown that bacon or cinnamon on top and on the ground there. That would have looked good. Even out the chips or leave them out 9. Should have stacked the chips around the circle medallions. All right, I'll go first here. Man, if you left out the chips, I'm 10. I want to eat this. I want to try this and go to bed. That's what I want to do for this after this one. Here, go ahead, Josh.
Whose ever box this is, find me on a Sunday after a cook-off. But I mean, if it's an adult, I'm gonna have to say an 8 because of the chips. Just, I don't care if they're bag chips. Just at least fill it in, make a bed of chips, set it on. But let's go an 8. If it's a kid's cue, shoot, I'm throwing a 9 at it or a 10 just for the creativity of it.
Man, I want to eat that. All right, Eddie, go ahead.
I do too.
Man, if it's a kid or an adult, I really don't want to eat it. So it's both a 7. It's 7 for both of them.
You don't like donuts, eggs, and cheese and bacon?
I don't like eggs.
Oh, you don't like egg? Okay.
I like cheese.
Man, you and my boy Eli, y'all don't like egg. I think we said that before once on the show. All right, next box, please. Should have used Pringles instead of bag chips.
Would have stacked up better.
I don't get the chips though with the donuts. I don't understand why you would even do chips with the donuts. Unless you're just trying to fill it in. And yeah, who the fuck doesn't like eggs? I agree.
Me.
No 0.7s, G World. Smoking and toasting 10. Great color and uniform. Nice color, nice presentation. 10. A couple 9s from the dude. ZZ Top, but for the most parts, 10. I'll go first on this one. I like everything about this. I like the placement. I like the color. I like the viscosity. As far as appearance is concerned, it's a 10 for me. Eddie, I heard it.
That's a 10 for me.
Okay. Josh?
He stole my thunder.
Who did?
I don't say it very Eddie. I'm with it. I'd give it a 10.
All right. Goodness, whoever's box that is, y'all better claim that. Reagan is still interneting. I love it. What's up, Reagan? 10 from Twisted D. Corby 9.2 foil. All right, we can't.
I gotta give a shout out to who's that box is. That's Smoking Los. That's Carlos Calzada's box.
Oh, little
Good
Los.
job, Carlos.
Gotta get my boy some love. Smoking Los right there.
Yeah, he's not even watching tonight. I don't think so.
I changed my
answer
to 7.
Point.
I'm gonna go to an 8.
I don't want to give myself a 10 or Eddie fucks with me. All right. That was maybe his box, his chicken box. All right.
Good looking box.
Los with the uniform. I do love me some ribs. Jeff found out it was Los' 6.5. James 8 now. Corby, Yankee 10, 7, Texas. All right, 10 all day. 10. Me too, Rob. Yes. 10. Straight good looking box. Colin with a 10. Reagan 10. Makes me want a rib. Yeah. 10. 10 Minotti. I'll go last on this one. I want to hear y'all's opinion first. Go ahead, Josh.
I'm gonna get beat up about this. I can't do a 10. I'll do a smooth 9. Uniformity's pretty solid.
Let's hear it.
They're dark for me. They're very in the angle of what the picture's taken. I see big pools of sauce, and I know that's probably the lighting and everything, but I'm a big one on lighter ribs. But I mean, they're beautiful. Uniformity's great because the lighting, the way I see big puddles of sauce.
You're almost apologizing for not giving it a 10.
I can't. I don't think I can wholeheartedly do 2 10s in one night.
All right, Eddie, go ahead, bro.
Man, I can. I give it a 10.
Bro, that's a beautiful rib box. The only thing that I would see is, and I'm nitpicking, this is a 10 for me. The color is perfect. The bass boating's perfect. I do see where Josh is saying a little saucy on the side over here, but I think that's just a light.
Yeah, it's a light reflection.
But the rib number 2 from left on the first rack, it looks like a little fat on the end or whatnot, but perfect box for me. That's a 10.
Yeah! I like it.
Well, I don't know it deserved that because Josh gave it a 9. Josh is poo-pooing on our party tonight. What's on the right side? Is that a rib turned sideways hold to hold it on the right? No, I think those are that is shadow. That's the reflection on the foil, Reagan. All right, next. Reagan's high. That's just a reflection. Love me some Reagan. Josh will go last. Eddie first. I'll go second on this one. After the Gooder Gang does their thing. Chris Hatcher, congrats, bro. Congrats on your big win at Texas Motor Speedway.
Monster win.
Yeah. He says, okay, I can keep it at 10. 7, Twisted D. That looks dry AF. Rankin looks dry. Reagan, 8. Little Twisty, 8, so dry.
There she is.
She said she was being nice on the first box earlier. 9, don't like the color of the slices. 9, Samantha. Maybe a 7 from Reagan. Who did I say first? Me? I'll go first. Okay. I like the uniformity, but that's about it. The color is off to me for whatever reason. It does look like it's a little dry, and they put au jus to cover that up. I'm gonna give it an 8. I just don't like the overall color, and the bark still looks a little too wet for me. Eddie.
Yeah, the color on the slices looks unappealing. Man, I'm gonna go 8. I give it 7 because it is uniform. It looks pretty decent.
Yeah, a lot of people are commenting on the color, and that's the first thing that appeared to me. It looks off for me. Josh, go ahead.
So, not to draw it out, but can I ask, the color is too light? Is that
Yes.
is that our issue? The color's too light?
I think it looks.
I think it's like grayish almost.
Yeah, it's almost
Okay.
grayish. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I give an 8 for effort. The box is pretty uniform. The slices,
I did like that.
It kind of looks like they got a little excited like me. I'm looking at those slices, and they look, you can see the thickness in the middle. The left side is very thin. Looks like they got a little excited like I'll do sometimes. And it does look dry. I wouldn't give it a 7. I'd give it an 8 for sure, but
All right, 8 from Josh.
I'd give it an 8.
If anybody wants to claim it. Pale Ale, Minotti says Reagan.
Pale
Reagan's
Ale.
All right, next box. Reagan, 10's a perfect score. We're doing CBA scoring. Just okay. Now this is.
Somebody needs some new fucking blades.
We just did have Blues Hog on. That's some Tennessee red. That's what I was thinking. Rozicki. Jesus, we go from pale to tan. 8, Twisted D, a little too red. One extreme to the other. Reagan with a 9. He likes it. 7, Hatch. 9, be a 10 if it didn't curve to the left like Eddie's junk. How does he know? That's weird.
I don't know, bro.
That's a weird thing to say, G. Walt. 10, Samantha Cherry. She likes it. A couple more. 8, Backyard Barbecue and Catering. What's up, man? Thanks for checking us out. 8 o'clock every Wednesday. 8 o'clock, or 8 from James. I can't freaking tell. This picture isn't fully developed yet. I'll go first here. This color is just like the other one. Immediately screamed to me it looks different or off. This is what it's doing here. I'm not sure if that's a filter, if that's a something red in the background that's reflecting off of this, but it's very red. And Rozicki mentioned it looks like a Chinese rib color to me. Can't give it a 10. I can't. I'll give it an 8. Honestly, it's an 8 from me. Eddie.
8.
No comments.
No.
Okay. Josh.
I'd give it a solid 8. I mean, the left side curving where not a big fan of that. And then that front slice, the whole color thing, yes, we went from one extreme to the next. That front slice looks very dry and very rough looking.
Jeff, he said he forgot the brisket sauce, so he made the rib sauce work. Yeah, put it to work. Put it to work. John Turner in the house, 7 color. Yeah. How can they fix that curve on the end, boys?
One, trim to the box. Second, which I'm not a bit. I mean, I'll tell you, but I hate docking a brisket. But in that scenario right there, I'd have done it if I just so they'd lay more straight.
I think you could dock that one and just on that left side, and it still would look okay because of the way it's curving down.
Agreed. So, I think you could sneak by with that one, but
but I agree. I don't like the double blocked one. To me, that doesn't look like that's not a true brisket, man. You want to
more so to me. That's trim to the box. I mean, make sure 100%. You know what you're trimming to where. Yeah.
And if my slice is a little too long, and when I put it up on the spatula, I kind of like squeeze it together, and it stays. I think you can make it fit.
Okay.
Probably ran out of time or something.
Trim the end, says Brian Stewart, or just have the chopping block trim it for you when you show up. Next box, please. Start from back to front.
Kid or adult?
We'll say kid.
I was about to ask that.
We'll say kid.
Well, kids.
We'll say it's little twisties.
Tough love.
I'm just kidding. She's screaming probably at me right now.
Definitely a kid.
Okay.
I hope they ain't watching. I'm just kidding.
Eddie about to break some hearts. You go send somebody crying. G-Wall, it's a kid. 9 needs better grill marks always, Ford. See, that's how you do it. I think Eddie is reading my mind because we have the same number every time. Is this yours, little twisty? This is a kid's box. Block that thing. Or he's talking about the brisket. 8
and the steak.
Kid 9. I'll round up for kid. They get one free point. Fucking Brian. Brian says he's still chewing. I'll go first here. I give this a 9, and the effort is there. And what Brandon said, try and do some get that grill a little hotter and try and put a little more pronounced grill marks. I can see you went for it. Just get that grill hotter. That'll get those pronounced grill marks on there, and then from there you can cook it until it's done. But if you're going for that appearance, some deeper, more pronounced grill marks are going to help you, and a hotter grill is going to produce that. Go ahead, Eddie.
I'm good. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah. I mean, being a kid, and I got 2 kids that I love seeing them cook, and I let them cook. I don't even know where to go. Grill marks are a big one, to really lay it out and pronounce it. I'm really struggling here to the piece of meat and not knock the cut of the meat. I'm not sure what is that?
Was that supplied by the promoter? Because that's putting behind the 8 ball on this guy. If that's a steak.
If that's a promoter, I would like to say, well, okay, been there, done that, and it's not always the best scenario, but work with what you got. I mean, oh man, that's.
I will say,
I bet money it probably tasted pretty dang good. I bet.
Yeah, I will say that
you got to get that grill as hard as you can, and man, you got to get those grill marks on there. But
if you're gonna go for the marks, go for them. And then you can always back off, set it up, and let it just cook and get.
What's up, Louie? We miss you too, brother. Hey, so if you guys or promoters are listening, Josh, you can speak to this, and I can too. I had the kids that cooked kids queues and whatnot. If you're gonna provide the meats for the kids queue, please take into account. I feel like that sometimes is an afterthought for the promoter. These kids queue when they're providing meats, and they sometimes get some of the toughest, worst, hardest cuts of meat to look pretty. And this might be this situation here, but if you're a promoter and you're listening, Josh, you've seen it quite a bit, right? Where the kids come back and you're like, oh my God, is that the best thing they had there? Just don't make it an afterthought. If you're going to provide the meats, give them a fair shot before they, again,
I
these are
guess
kids.
it was little twisties, my homie.
Yeah.
And
it was little twisties.
First place, and probably tastes great.
Yes,
and with the utmost respect, you're 100% right, Rob. I mean, if you're gonna, even as a cook, you get sauces or seasonings, something donated, man, you're smiling and happy. Same as a promoter that gets a local butcher to give. I mean, ain't none of us, Hatch always says it. You will never beat me in a cook-off because of bad meat. I'm not going to go to a cook-off because of, junk. I'm going to go with quality. So me having 2 kids, as much as my wife and I try to cook and travel last year, getting more back, this year because of some other things. I have literally watched my kids walk in, and my daughter, everybody that knows her, she's pretty honest and she knows some pretty decent stuff. She's walked back, she goes, Dad, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, hey babe, look,
yeah,
it is what it is. We'll make it work, and that's what you got to work with. So let's see. This is where we figure out how good, can you make it good?
Jeff's been in the judging room. Make sure it's quality meat. Minotti, I agree. Give them something to work with. 100%. But in turn, they didn't call the chopping block for the kids' steaks on this one here. But hey, little Twisty, great job, first place.
Job.
She made it.
Congratulations.
Work. Makes it work. All right, next box, please, Ty. I will say, nice foil work on this box right here. If I would have known ahead of time it belonged to a kiddo, I would have definitely gave it a 9.
Nah, you gotta be honest.
The So Smoking Gooder Show has got me being brutally honest.
But it's also not the kids' fault either, 100%. But
yeah,
learning experience. Get the grates hotter if you're going to make some marks. You got to go for it.
9 all day, 10. Ruby's chops at Austin were bad. She couldn't cook them. Bernie gave her one of his, both ends of the whole loin. What a cool kid Bernie is. Sheen is awesome. DQ, not a turn in box. Yeah, 10, 9. Man, this box is sponsored by Duck Fat. 9, a little too shiny. I don't like the porcelain coated meat. 9, 9, 9 for the picture being taken in a dungeon. All right, a lot of 9s on this one. We got 110 in the house. I'll go first on this one. I can see where they're talking about the sheen on this, but it doesn't bother me so much. I can just see they got some lighting behind this camera here. I'll give it a 10. Can't kill it. It's uniform. The burn ends are perfectly uniform straight across there. Like a little more sauce on the sides. Other than that, I'll give this a 10. Josh.
Do a solid 9. I mean, the sheen. I mean, to me, it makes it look more like a moist brisket. I don't know if it is or not, but I mean,
yeah,
the whole sheen thing. I mean, that's called the finish. Let's adapt and overcome. We'll make it what we need to. I mean, whatever.
That's competition barbecue.
Yeah, I mean,
look at Louis. Back in my day. That was 9 months ago. That box was a 10. Eddie.
I mean, man, I don't mind the sheen at all. I need to go back to putting the sheen on my brisket. I kind of got away from it. I just got tired of buying duck fat, but I mean, I think it looks good. I'll give it a 9.
All right, 9.
Why does Jeff keep saying DQ?
I don't know. Don't forget that DQ duck fat. I don't know.
I say
TQ, maybe that TQ,
but I don't see it.
I don't either. I don't see it on this one.
I definitely don't see that on that one.
All right, next. So we gave 10, 9, 9 on that box. I'll go last. I have comments. That's not a turn-in box. Huh?
What, this chicken or that brisket?
That brisket, I think is what he's saying. Avocado spray is cheaper. Really? Why do I pay so much at Chipotle?
I don't think it gives it the same sheen as a duck fat.
Dairy Queen, Sunday after cook. Yeah, this is a kindler, gentler Eddie. I think he's saying DQ because it's not in a turn-in box. Oh, I got you. Okay, it's not in a turn-in box. Got you.
What is not in a turn-in
10,
box?
Chicken 7. There's a foam box into the I got you. Okay, the brisket 8. The foil is clean. Yeah.
We go back to the brisket.
No, I'm kind of obsessed with this chicken now.
Try and flip that bird around.
Why, bro? I'm trying to eat that backbone.
I was about to say that.
Looks over and prefers rest.
I love
8,
that
Smoking
spine.
D's. What's up, Smoking D's? G-Walt 8, great backyard bird, but needs to be more uniform with the rub and sauce. 9, 8, 8. A lot of 8s, 9s. I don't think I saw a single 10. No, we did not. Eddie, go ahead, bro.
Fuck, bro. Fucking 7.
Okay, 7. All right, Josh.
I wasn't going to be that hard, but because it's got a wingtip, so I got to give it one extra point for the wingtip.
A burnt wingtip.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. It's clumpy. It's clumpy. It's dark. It's turned backwards, which, again, whoever it is, good job, but nobody wants to eat the spine. I mean, you're making them reach over everything to get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I'll take those at home any day. Don't get me
Well,
wrong.
and that's what I'm trying to. I mean, like a normal at somebody's house, man, wearing it up, it's gonna be awesome. But,
Yeah, I'll go next. Obviously, we all said it. Flip that bird around, meaning put breast forward to where you can cut into the breast. That said, that breast looks sunken in. It doesn't even look plump. The thigh looks good. The color, you heard me say I like the baked in chicken. That's a little too baked in for my liking. This is gonna be a 7. This is a 7. I don't give them out very much, but I'm gonna give it a 7. I don't like it. Flip it around. That breast. Look, you see the breast though? It's tiny. It's you can't. It's hard to see. Maybe it's just that angle, but 7 for me. Sorry. Somebody said, "Damn."
I feel like a softie tonight.
That ass though, yeah. That chicken got some junk on the back. I think the sacrificed half missing the tenderloin. Yeah, that's what it looks like. G-Walt, even without the season. Okay, small breasts matter. Rozicki. Next box. This came from that same brisket trailer, I think. Damn, Rob. Sorry, Minotti. I don't know whose bird that was. I take my birds serious.
Yes, sir, you do.
Take my birds serious.
I'll go first.
Okay, you're up. People eating Chinese too much, Rozicki said.
Do
8
we have
red.
do we have enough people yet?
Yeah, we got a lot of 8s. 8, I don't like the pieces down the middle. It says Thrasher. 8. I don't, ZZ Top Fan 8. Stuart Bird. 9. Oh, that was Bobby Stewart's bird. So, all right. 9, 8. Just too much going on. 8. Trim the money muscles. Take out the centerpieces. Okay. 8. All right. Good advice, guys. A lot of good advice from the Gooder gang. Josh, you said you want to go first. Go first.
I'd do an 8. Yeah.
Why?
I'm a big one. Those little pieces in the middle, I'm not a big fan of that. That's not turning in. That's not turning in money, muscles, and cubes. That's almost. If I'm be honest, I feel like you tried to cheat and just like fill in that little void with a couple cubes. I don't really. The color's very. It is very red. It's not. That's just not. I mean, yeah.
Vince in the house. What's up, Vince?
Falls down to that whole trimming thing. I mean, for me, it's just I mean, an 8.
Looked undecided on the middle pieces. Yeah, that's like.
I mean, I feel like you did that to literally fill in like a void that you didn't like, and hey, good for thinking on the fly, but just not a big fan of that.
I would say this. I'm gonna give it a. I'll go 8 as well. I think the trim at the very beginning of this cook is what did you in here on that right side. Doesn't look. There's too many pieces here. It's not true. Like those at the very bottom of those first 2 pieces on the right side of the one on the left and on the left side on the one on the right, I would just pull those completely and put them down, and they look more of a true circular money muscle. And I don't like the things in the middle. It is a little too red for me. Could be the lighting. 8 for me, Eddie.
I mean, I don't see any money muscle at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
3 muscles on the one, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one. Probably give it a 7.
little twisties putting your number in before you do it. All right.
And before you take that down, Rob, I didn't notice that until you just said something on the right. The second money muscle, third money muscle, you see where it looks like somebody ran a big.
That second money muscle need to chill.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you ran a big giant pin through it. You see that straight hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole trim job. Hey, man, pork's fun. It should be for Texas people. In me, it's the funnest meat to cook. There's so many options. Even if you screw up a pre-trim, once you get it cooked, you can still finish and trim it, because once you get ready to finish, I can sauce it and make it look like it was cooked the whole time that way. Yeah, I mean, just pork's fun. Pork's
all
easy.
right. This might be a hot Cheetos dust finisher. Ty, how many more we got in here, sir?
3 more.
3 more. All right, we're gonna go with the last 3 of the night. This one's blocked on one side. Josh, you can go last. Eddie second. I'll go first. Let's see. She needs to take her butt to bed, but she loves this show. It's almost summertime. Brian, ouch. Looks drier than a dead man's fart. What's your score, Brian? What's your score? 9, Twisted D. 8, always forward dry. 9, a little uneven. If you're still watching, hit the thumbs up button for me, please, guys, on YouTube. Appreciate it. 10, Samantha Cherry. Yeah, we got 60K still watching. I love it. 8, Brian, sorry. No big deal. 7, Daddy Dutch. All right, 9, clean that up. First slice in the bottom. I'm okay with the little fat there, Jeff. I just don't like that squiggly fat, but I don't see that here. They did block it on one side. It does look dry. I can't get over the look of this.
He's saying that because that bottom right corner, that front slice, there's a little chunk facing right towards us. That
yeah, just because it looks hard, it looks dry to me. I can't get over that, so I'm gonna give it an 8. Who did I say was next? Josh, go ahead, bro.
I don't know nothing about a dead man's fart, but I mean, from this picture, yeah, popcorn fart for sure. I mean, from this picture, it looks pretty dryish. Third slice back. I don't know if that's a chunk or if that's just It just stands out and screams at me that there's something on that third slice. The left side, you docked it. I'm assuming probably because it was just a whisker over the size. I ain't mad at you for that, but
duck fatted, sheen it, baby.
Did you do?
Au it,
absolutely. Au it, sheen it. Do something to, finish. Help yourself out,
Eddie.
Man, they're on the right track. Maybe. I don't mind the docking.
I don't mind the docking on this.
Man, the trim they probably did a good job trimming it, but yeah, it looks pretty fucking dry. So we'll go ahead with the 8.
All right, 2 more boxes. Gooder gang, 50 strong, still in, 2 hours in. Thank you very much. Little twisty time for bed. Okay, all right. Ty's finishing strong here with the last 2 boxes here.
With the real chicken. It's got a wingtip.
I like this chicken. I'll just say that. And I take my chicken seriously. 10, 9. Eddie's back, boys. Yeah, 10. Nice bird. I want whoever's watching, if this is your bird, to claim it. Little twisty with a 9.
Oof.
10 foil. Nice bird colors. Bass boating. All right, 10. Nice, good looking bird. Bad lighting. Yeah, I agree with that. 9 pushing 10. 10. I'll go last on this. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
No.
That's gonna be a 9. Looks good. Just I don't like the colors a little on the brown side, but pretty good. Pretty good looking bird.
All right, 9. From Eddie. Go ahead, Josh.
Whosever bird this is, walk outside your trailer in the sunlight and take a picture of it. And I love you. I'm gonna give you a 10, but for this lighting, I'm gonna do a 9. Just because the coloring, it looks splotchy, but it's pretty. It's right there.
As soon as that box opens, I'm loving it. I love the bass boating. I love the definition of the bird. It looks like a bird. If you would have just cut that wingtip off, I would have given you. I'm just kidding. It's a 10 for me. Even
Man,
with
it looks like it smells really good.
Yeah, it's a 10 for me. The bass boating looks good. The viscosity looks good. I do see some splotchiness, kind of what Josh mentioned. You know why? Because that wingtip's on it. You take that off there, and it would be perfect, and it would have no splotchiness. That wingtip is covering it up.
You take that wingtip off, and you're going to be in a solid 8, and that's on a good day.
No, sir. 10. That's a 10. Whose bird was that? I would love to know it.
Good looking bird.
4th at Texas Barbecue Throwdown. That's James Minotti's. Good job, James.
Oh.
Good job, James. Cut that off. Would have been first. Just saying.
No. Probably would have fell to 10th or 11th. Leave the wingtip.
And then G-Wall got 3rd with no wingtip. Good job, G-Wall. Foil class. Okay. Yeah. All right. 1 more box, and then we're going to call it a night. Shout out to our guest tonight, Mr. Tim Scheer and Josh Hale.
Zoom out, bro.
Yeah, zoom out. This is it's all right.
There's something wrong with the last fucking slice.
Trying to hide the evidence.
Yeah.
This brisket's got scoliosis. Don't cripple chickens. James, we know that's his. Okay.
They were born with them wingtips. Let them fly.
They were born with the feet too.
That's true.
Hey, there's a lot of people that eat them things too.
Sure, we leave them on.
See, there's a 7. The last slice looks dry. Can't even see the last slice.
Yeah.
6.
Let's do 1 more box after this. We just got a late box in.
All right, we got a late box in. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first here. I don't mind the grittiness. It's the finish and dust on here. I would have, me personally, well, you can see it on the foil too, since it is so up close. I would have brushed that in at least those top slices there. The brisket is there's a cut right down the center of all the slices on here, but I don't hate it. I wish I could see the whole box. If I could see the whole box, I might have given it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9. Josh, go ahead.
I don't mind the finish dust. I mean, that's part of finish. You know, finish dust. It's keyword finish dust. I'm gonna finish it. Hopefully, it's your finish dust is not too granule to where it's you feel that. But I'd give it a 9. I'd give it a good solid 9. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not a bad box at all.
Now this right here is dust. Now I don't like to see the big granules, the big chunks of them. So go ahead, Eddie.
This motherfucker looks tender as shit.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I can't. I wish I could see the whole thing too.
Is it block, boys?
Man, it kind of looks like it is.
It looks like the left side is, yes, sir.
Yeah. But this is a good. The fact that I asked, is it blocked, boys? That's a good indication. If you're gonna block it, do it like this.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna go 9. I just wish I could see the whole thing.
Yeah. Minotti first. Oh, he's G-Walt's asking him. All right, we all gave it a 9. This could be Minotti's. All right, we got one more box to close out the show.
Oh, we should have just left it at that.
Okay, thanks, Ty. I have a lot of hate mail.
That left front slice loves us.
Yeah.
Throwing hearts at me. First place, Texas Barbecue down. Sorry about the picture. Not blocked.
Oh, okay. Hey, Minotti, I wasn't mad at that, sir.
I wasn't either. 8 from Rankin. 9, weird color, but maybe just for the photo. All right, Gooder Gang. Last box. Come on, y'all chime in real quick. 8 from Vince.
A little gravy on there.
I got to go to bed with this on my mind.
Oh, shit.
Perfect trim. Yeah, good job, man. Fit that caddy. Samantha shaking her head. 8, 9, foil wrinkly. So
yeah,
twisty. 8, money's look there wrapped in plastic. Like grandma's couch. 9. All right, I'll go first here. I don't love it. In fact, when I first saw it, I didn't like it. I don't like those chunks in the middle. I just don't like that look of the chunks. If you're gonna do that, I would love it to see more sauced and baked in and like they were true chunks. I'm gonna give this an 8. Can't love it. Where's Jackie when we need her? I know Jackie's she's in bed. All right, go ahead. Who wants to close out the comments?
I'm kind of what Twisted D just said. I mean that. I don't necessarily, like you said, Rob. I don't mind the cubes actually look pretty symmetrical, size wise. In the middle, the right side, those monies look pretty decent.
Good.
I know the picture maybe not doing it justice. Like Twisted, man, that left side is just. I mean, to me, you kind of robbed yourself.
Yeah,
they look so different than the right side. If it was me, I'm going to take those monies on the right side. I'm going to angle them or something, and I don't know. I'm going to try to. The left side just looks like a totally different product.
That middle just threw my eyes to it immediately. The right side does look good. Those monies look good. The left side not as great. Yeah,
different.
Eddie, close it out, my man.
I'm gonna go 8. Man, the left side, yeah, you can just cut that
bottom.
I guess it's part of the tube or something. Cut that
yeah.
motherfucking tube off and use the whole money. I mean, they're big enough to only use them. So
yeah,
spread out. If you think you're not gonna have enough room, you can spread out your fucking chunks a little bit more. push that side over to the left. Well, I'll give it an 8.
All righty. All right. Well, Josh, thank you so much for coming in and rating some boxes with us.
And raping.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you. Good luck in Memphis. Well, you're not cooking this weekend, but next weekend is Memphis in May for
yes, sir.
Team Sure Shot along with Blues Hog. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. You got a big busy week ahead of you, my man.
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
It will be.
It always is.
It will be. Are y'all set up near getting basted? Do we know?
So
y'all are in the same division.
Yes, sir. So you know that it's all whole hogs are together, ribs are together, shoulders. So I mean, we should all be in the same. I think whole hog like last year, there was only basically one row, which is
good night
double stacked or whatever. So I mean, we should be pretty much next to each other. And man, Timmy and Brad, they feed off each other, so it should be very interesting how it goes with them two cooking against each other at Memphis in May. It's gonna be very interesting to say the least.
Jeff says good night. Hope to see everybody cooking. Good luck to everyone cooking. Hope to see everyone in Jordanton on the 16th. All right, cool. All right. Well, Mr. Eddie, thank you. You got any comments before we let you both of y'all get out of here, man?
Nope. I'm back, bitches.
Just Eddie's back. Eddie's back. Phone. All right. Producer Ty, get in here real quick.
Bro.
Any last comments before we get you out of here? Thanks for your work, man. But as always.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love the fact that barbecue products are on fucking NASCAR. I think that's cool as hell. I love the personalities y'all have. I like when y'all just get together and shoot the shit with y'all three. Y'all can tell y'all are barbecue homies. So, man, as always, appreciate the reaching just a little bit further with the barbecue culture, and you guys just chopping it up every week. Fun as hell. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Well, if you can drop everybody down, I'm going to close out the show. Josh, hang out for a second. Eddie, you too for a second. Appreciate Josh Hale stopping in to rate some boxes. Eddie Morales, the pit father, is the co-host of the evening. Of course, the best in the business, producer Ty, doing his magic behind the scenes. To the Gooder Gang, thank you all for chiming in. We hit 60 plus at one time with our guest tonight, and you guys were on it again on the Rate My Box segment. I appreciate all of you guys. And if y'all still watching, ZZ Top Fan, take a note from his. He says, smash that like button. We would appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, please do. That's going to wrap up the show for tonight. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. You know where to be. That's right here watching the show. If you've reached out to sponsorship, I appreciate it. James, I will hit you up, my man, tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching the show. And to our guest, Mr. Tim Scheer from Blues Hog, Gateway Drums, Marble Ridge. That was pretty cool. That was really cool to get some behind-the-scenes action from the big race weekend at Texas Motor Speedway, and just to hear the story of Blues Hog and Bill and how that came about. That was really cool. So if you guys didn't get to catch the first part of the show, go back and watch it. Episode number 305 is in the books. Thank you very much. We'll see you Wednesday, 8 o'clock, right here on the show. Case closes out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.